So, I tried moving out of my parents' house. Yes. The one thing that all of us young adults absolutely fantasize and dream of doing someday, I had that experience for just a little while, just a short piece of a taste of heaven. And here was my experience. Here's also why I won't be doing that shit again anytime soon. Moving out my mom's house was everything that I thought it was going to be. It was amazing. I had freedom, that autonomy to just do what I please. I can walk around the house butt ass naked if I wanted to. You know, shit like that. It was cool. But that's the on paper part. That's not the fine print. Nigga, read the fine print, nigga. Shortly after my first about 3 to 4 months, nah, it wasn't even 4, like 3 months, 2 to 3 months actually, of living in this new house, I lost my fucking job, actually. And I lost my job to some absolute bullshit. I was laid off. It was a mass layoff, and that's when it clicked that it doesn't matter that I got fired for little to no reason. It doesn't matter that people just wanted cost cut, and that I just got the short end of the stick and it was all unfair and whatnot. It doesn't fucking matter, because rent is due on the 10th and Uncle Sam wants his, and so does your fucking landlord. And regardless of how you feel and regardless of the situation, you need to come up with that cash, and you need to come up with it soon, or else you'll be pushing a box down the road, And for some of you, you probably don't relate. Some of you have a lot of backing from family. I didn't really have that backing per se. It was only so much my mom could do on her own for me. We're not super well off, and it just is what it is. Those were the cards I was dealt. So when shit went down, that was really on me to get that shit back right, Nonetheless, I got back into a new job and I was getting paid more than I was in the beginning. It was a blessing. God threw me a Hail Mary, and so things continued as usual. I don't think everything really hit me then. This was still the point that I needed to learn, that I needed to grasp and understand. Responsibilities are all on you and nobody else. That's what it is to be a grown ass man or a grown ass woman. Might I add, I had a lot of responsibilities. I came into this living situation with a lot of my own responsibilities. I had a dog, which I love and cherish, but I had to take care of him, and dogs are expensive at times, especially when they're going through health issues. I came into the whole living situation with the fucking car note, and that'll come back to bite me in the ass later in the story. I also came in paying all of the other little miscellaneous shit like phone bills and insurance and etc. And that was all cool and all, and I was making a decent amount of money, but I was also fighting for some hours at the time at this job. I was at Amazon, by the way, right? And it was a new company. They were cool. I love delivery driving, right? But before I get off on a tangent, that's what I was doing then. And the newer company they was being stingy with them hours, man. They wouldn't let us work over 4 days out of a week. And if you had to fucking beg and plead on your knees to get some fucking overtime, you feel me? And so I had to pick up a second job, which for me was DoorDash. DoorDash was my saving grace. I loved DoorDash back then. I was addicted to that shit. It's something about being able to make your own money on your own hours, or the illusion of it, to that just really gets it going for me, because then it's all up to me. I can stay out there as long as I want and make as much money as I want while putting my car through hell as long as I want. I mean, guys, I was so addicted, I was pulling all-nighters, man. Like, I kid you not, there would be nights where I would, or not even nights, days where I would start up my dash in at like 10 a.m. and I really wasn't getting back home till like 4 a.m. like that night, the next morning type shit. It was bad. Some people had to tell me about that shit. There was too much hustling going on. But yeah, back to the point though. On top of that, the cherry on top was later in that year, I would face some legal issues for a completely stupid situation that I'm not gonna go into details on, but I still had to pay something. I had to pay for court fees and lawyer fees, and I recently just finished all of that off. Can I get some claps? Some clap emojis. Hallelujah. Thank God I am done with that shit. That was such a cause of stress in my life for a year and a half. Jeez. All that being said, my point is that was just another piece of responsibility. Another bill that got added on top of everything else I had going on, including rent, including whatever else, And that's my point with this thing. I came into that so ill prepared, thinking that of two things, really. I got a good job and I could afford this rent. Not thinking of everything else in life that would come as an expenses, like the unaccounted for expenses that I would run into during my journey of living or moving out my mom's house, So naturally, with all of that on my plate, when some of my roommates moved out and I was there by myself, that just simply meant I had to get the fuck going, man, because that shit was completely unaffordable for me with how much I had going on. And it really put me through an episode. It really put me through some depression, honestly, because I didn't want to go back home, man. I really just, not even that, just I felt like a failure too at times. I realized then that if my mom wasn't so accepting for me to come back home and open for me to come back home to stay at her house, I'd be on the streets, bro. I'd deadass be a homeless nigga. Seriously. And something about that just really got to me. And that's why I was making this video, because today I reflected on a lot of that time. I'm coming up on a year since then, and things have gotten so much better. I've got my head on my shoulders a whole lot better nowadays, right? And sometime in the future, in the near future, hopefully, I will attempt this again the right way. In 2026, the economy simply is just not what it was in our parents' age and their time period. I was doing some research the other day. At my job now, I make about a little over $3,000 a month, and that would have been like the equivalent of $5,000 a month back in 2004, as early as 2004. That's fucking insane, bro. That's chump shit change today. I can't live on my own with that shit. Like, that shit is kind of comical. But I digress. If I could give any young person or someone my age who's also getting ready to attempt this is, man, there is no rush. There is no one that you need to impress. You shouldn't feel like a failure for having to sit at home for a little bit longer to gather yourself. Honestly, that's the most peak move you can make, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. Because if you go out here and you don't have a plan and all you have is a desire to move out of mom's house, to move out of dad's house, and to get something on your own, then that's all you're going to have is that desire. You're going to be very rudely awakened when you get out here into the real world, I promise. So stay home as long as you can. Stack that bread and do it smart. I'm not making no excuse for you to sit on your ass at the crib. Man, be smart about this shit, right? This is genuinely chess. It is strategic. Be strategic as fuck. Have your plan set out, right? Dot all your I's, cross all your T's. And once you have gotten that stability and you can safely and stably go out and achieve moving out of mom and dad's crib with no help, man, go for it. Take that jump. And from there, chase all the other shit that you want to get into. You want to get into streaming and whatever and YouTube, man, go for that. Go for that then, though. Go for that whenever you've created your own safety net. I mean, if mom and dad is already creating a safety net, shit, go for that shit first, By all means, you already have that safety net. But for those of you who are genuinely getting it out here on their own, man, plan A is safety net first, then plan B, or stage A, phase A is safety net, security. create it for yourself. If you didn't have that from your folks, create it for yourself first. And then move into phase 2. That's when you start really getting into your passion projects. You want to do YouTube, you want to do whatnot. Okay, then, right? Or at least be working on those simultaneously. At the least. Don't throw all your eggs in the YouTube basket, I would say, personally, if you don't have no type of safety net. That might be a hot take for some people, but that's just been my experience. Man, I'm gonna end the video there though. If you guys like this, I know this was a little long. We're reaching 12 minutes here, shit, but I've been gone for a minute, man. I'm back. I really want to start pushing out some more consistent content, some better content. I had to go and recharge, man, and it was a much needed recharge, but I'm back here to drop some bangers, man. Y'all tune in. Until next episode, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.